behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwill, Maxence Lacroix and Josh Acheampong. The wing-backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles. That's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. Well, it's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwill, Maxence Lacroix and Josh Acheampong. The wing-backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles. That's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. Well, it's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains.
Our next commentary match is fast approaching, so why not take this chance to check out all our interesting markets? There's plenty to choose from to get involved, as well as outrights and correct score markets as first and anytime goal scorer, goals over and under, both teams to score, double chance, and many, many more. We'll have all the build-up and the team news ahead of the game, and you can then sit back and enjoy full, independent, off-tube, studio-based commentary on all the action as it unfolds. You won't miss a thing from the first kick to the full-time whistle. So why not take this opportunity to have a bet, get involved, and then listen to our commentary and expert analysis on all the action. Do remember to be gamble aware and bet responsibly to keep it fun.
It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. There are back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Lecoir and Josh Acheampong. The wing-backs Joel Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles. That's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. It's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Leclerc and Josh Acheampong. The wing backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles. That's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. It's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Leclerc and Josh Acheampong. The wing backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles. That's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. It's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Leclerc and Josh Acheampong. The wing backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles. That's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. It's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Leclerc and Josh Acheampong. The wing backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles. That's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. It's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Leclerc and Josh Acheampong. The wing backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles, that's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. Well, it's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Lecoir and Josh Acheampong. The wing backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles, that's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. Well, it's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Lecoir and Josh Acheampong. The wing backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles, that's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. Well, it's a very warm welcome to our coverage of Monday Night Football for the first time this season for the Premier League opener for the Cottagers and the Pensioners. Look no further than Craven Cottage, where Alvaro Arbeloa. It's a strong team. Ben Leno in goal, and a back for Timothy Castagne, George Cuenca, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson. The pivots, Sander Berger and Alex Iwobi. And it's Oscar Bob, Josh King and Cesar Palacios behind Gonzalo Garcia. For Xavi Alonso's Chelsea, Robert Sanchez retains his place in goal. They're a back three today. Levi Colwell, Maxence Lecoir and Josh Acheampong. The wing backs Gerald Hato and Malo Gusto. The holders Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Enzo Fernandez and Moi Caicedo both got niggles, that's why they've not been considered. But at top, Chelsea looks strong. Morgan Rogers, their new signing, alongside Cole Palmer and João Pedro. Well, it's a very warm welcome, and genuinely we're excited. I'm joined by Kieran Graham for this time, John Hogan, and we haven't kicked off just yet. But it's Monday Night Football. It's there's a feeling autumn's round the corner. Never mind all that. It's been a great Premier League weekend, and it's set to continue right now with this mouth-watering clash.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend. It's really good to be back with the best league in the world. It's Fulham against Chelsea tonight at Craven Cottage. London derby, a little bit feisty between these two clubs, and fingers crossed it'll be like that in the actual state of play as well. We've seen some great games this weekend, a couple of shocks here and there as well. Chelsea, as expected coming into this, are the favourites. There's a couple notable absentees for Chelsea tonight as we see Chelsea instantly on the attack, and João Pedro's in on goal and he's dinged the goalkeeper, and what a start that is for Chelsea. And it's João Pedro within 20 seconds. Cole Palmer with the ball in behind. There is going to be a question of offside, but the flag stays down. Well, myself and John, we always say when we cover games, we rarely do a bad game, maybe 1 in 10. Well, what a start to this one. We'll have to look at the replay, but João Pedro, what a finish. It's already 1-0 to the Blues.
Well, you know, don't spoil. I only asked you what you what you thought. Never mind, give us a goal. But he was onside by a mile. It's a lovely ball to him. Cole Palmer gets the assist, doesn't he? What about the finish, though? Just shifts his feet and it's just dinking it over Bernd Leno, gives him no chance. I'm such a big fan of João Pedro. I thought that Brazil didn't play him enough in the World Cup, really, and he would have been my man. He drags the ball, he just flicks it. He's nonchalant there, little lob wedge. He's such a good player. There we go, 1-0, and and that's the game. So I was going to say before that, it was interesting to see that Calvin Bassey is playing on the right hand side of the two centre backs. We mentioned it ahead of kick-off. It's confusing because what they've essentially got is three left backs today, or three players in their back four who could play left back. Now clearly Cuenca is gone on the left hand side, which means that Bassey, who we know is brilliant in that position, is sort of caught on the other side of where he wants to be, naturally left-footed, and he's a left back as well. Maybe that led to the goal in a certain way, but really not the start Alvaro Arbeloa was looking for. But then again, it's the Premier League,
Yeah, exactly, it is. Well, João Pedro, he's got a big season ahead of him. He didn't even get called up for the World Cup, which was absolutely insane. They took Igor Jesus over him, Igor Thiago, which, yes, he scored more goals than João Pedro, but I don't know. I think João Pedro is a better actual player, better Brazilian number 9 in potential than Igor Thiago, and they could have done with him when you watch Brazil in the World Cup. And yeah, he's got something to prove. He's already started the season 30 seconds in with a goal, and Fulham looked really shaky in this opening 3 minutes. They're forced to go long. Xabi Alonso will be delighted with the start.
Yeah, I thought at times last season, and I said this, I thought he was the best striker in the Premier League. That includes Holland. Here's another chance. Morgan Rogers with a strike. It's deflected away. They mean business. They've got hugely effective players up top. So if you Fulham, try not let them get the ball. Jameson's in his midfield duel there. There's a good block that comes in eventually. Just the edge of the box, but it's a corner kick, and wow, they look like they want to run right, don't they, Chelsea?
Yeah, I've seen enough of this front three together already to know that they might be exciting to watch. That little flick from Cole Palmer to Rodgers was unbelievable. Rodgers hung it up to the edge, and there's another strike at goal this time, Reece James. It's well blocked away. What a start.
Delicious football, I've got to say there. And then, and you mentioned it, Rodgers and Palmer. He always says he sounds like a double act already, But there, are you ready? Are you alive? We're going to take a short one here, and then there's a beautiful ball drifted across, and Reece James actually, it's a really good volley, but again a good block here. There's a last-ditch challenge. There could be a yellow card. It might even be red. But let's take a look. The referee's got a lot of work to do here. Levi Colwill came across there, and it's a yellow card he gets. But he could have been the last man, and if he's got this wrong, VAR could well intervene and have another look. Tell me what you see, Kieran.
Levi Colwill, he's lucky how wide he is, and he's lucky that I believe it's Lacroix who stays in the middle. He takes such a loose touch, swipes in credit to Oscar, but actually, I tell you what, it's not only the fact of it being maybe the last man on it, it's pretty high as well with the actual connection of the challenge. He's lucky. I think it's just about a yellow card, but he's so lucky that he's a little bit wider. The touch is so poor. That's the definition of a first game of the season. Touch. You wouldn't expect that usually from him. The free kick's been taken, so yellow card stands. And we're back on the halfway line with Fulham.
Well, we're plenty of excitement already. Yeah, Oscar Bob there showing that he was alive. Trouble in the middle of the park, but Josh King's lost the ball. Then Bob has lost his head there because he should have been marking up, and Pedro now runs away from him. The ball bobbles off Bob, and it will be a throw for Chelsea. Got to stay alert. They usually play as a team. I don't know where Castagna was disappeared to. That's something I've noticed. I was going to mention it, and then we got a goal. It's that Fulham look like they're playing with the box. So they've got the two centre-backs, two holding midfielders, and they're pushing the full-backs so far up the field they've got lost. And then when they lost the ball high up the field, there was nobody to come back, no pace from Robinson to bail anybody out, and João Pedro got a free run.
Yeah, it's not worked for Fulham in this opening 6 minutes. We're so early on though in this game. Arbeloa maybe trying to just suss out his side still so far. Of course, Arbeloa against Xabi Alonso, two Real Madrid managers last season. You're not going to have the luxury, either of these coaches, of the likes of Mbappe or Vinicius Junior to maybe get you out of trouble in difficult games. So you maybe do have to emphasise on the tactics side a little bit more when you're in the Premier League, but you absolutely do. There's no doubt about it. So it's going to be a learning curve. I think a lot of people expect Fulham to struggle this season. Based on this 6 minutes, maybe they're right.
Yeah, well, they've got to settle down. A lot of it they should know already. I didn't like the fact that Bassi had changed to right centre back. That just seems wrong to me. Somebody who's awesome in his position, change him out of his position. Why would you do that? You've got two solid citizens at Robinson and then Bassi next to him, and then Castagna on the other side.
But I also think Bassi's a better left centre back than what Quensa is. So keep the best one there.
Yeah.
And that's also the whole point of a transfer window. Why have Fulham not really worked?
Well, there we go. Here's an opportunity there. Morgan Rogers drifting down left hand side. The ball gathers pace and it gets on. Anyway, aside from football, what do we think about this Chelsea strip?
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah,
it's the old school badge, isn't it?
It is. Well, apparently Chelsea don't have their normal badge on any of their 3 kits this season,
right.
Which I don't think has gone down very well. That is a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's the badge that we see on the scoreboard every single week, but actually it's never ever going to be on display this season.
No, it's weird. Anyway, here they are again, playing out the press. Cole Palmer now driving forward. Good play between him and Morgan Rogers. Cole Palmer drives into the box, gets a shot away near post. Shouldn't have been able to do that. Burton Leno's done well then and bounces off Morgan Rogers. They look scintillating. Scintillating is the word.
Yeah.
Fluid, beautiful football that they're playing so far. Wow.
All 3 of them involved in that build-up again. They're having so much fun in this opening 8 minutes, and they absolutely deserve the goal to show for it. And the fact 2 of them were heavily involved. Morgan Rogers is heavily involved at the start of this one, but it's just the bouncing off each other. It's one such stuff. It's like these 3 have been playing as a trio together for a long time. We're used to seeing Chelsea having 4 attackers and being in a 4-2-3-1 for the last few years. This is a little bit different, isn't it? It's almost like there's 3 of them and pure protection behind them. But you'd think, maybe, are they lacking that creative midfielder behind them to really get it going? Well, not, because Rodgers and Palmer are doing it themselves. When João Pedro drops a little bit deeper, Rodgers goes a little bit further forward. It's like they know what to do already as a 3 to cover up the ground that would be left of a 4.
Yeah, one thing you mentioned just as the ball prodded about now, Oscar Bob on the run. Ball into midfield and a little touch back, so Gonzalo Garcia on the ball. We were talking about Chelsea being sort of ultra defensive today. With there were like 6 defenders in there with the outfield players. But when you've got 3 sparky kids up top, you can do what you like, can't you? And if those guys are just going to feed off each other, then all they need to do is be solid in behind. Bit of defending to do. That was pretty terrible, really, from Chelsea, giving the ball away into the box. Josh King, little cutback from him, but he can't find Garcia. Ball is now with Oscar Bob, just the edge of the area. He finds a gap. Josh King now puts the cross in, blocked away. Some terrible defended by Hato started all that off. I said I'm not the biggest fan of him. You think he's a good centre back? He ain't a wing back, and I just think he was ponderous, got caught there. Yeah,
it was all a bit messy at the back for Chelsea. Maybe a little bit makeshift today. Achiampong, Gusto, Hato, are all those 3 expected to start every week? Maybe not. Connor whipped in, good take from Rob Sanchez, his first involvement of the season. A goalkeeper that never fails to really stay at the headlines when it comes to mistakes, but he'll take that. And Cole Palmer's been caught out by Palacios, who can't keep it in play in the end, and Chelsea win a throw. 10.5 minutes on the clock at Craven Cottage. Fulham 0, Chelsea 1.
Yeah, it's been an interesting start. You always want goals, don't you? First minute, really not settled down, and Alvaro Arbeloa looks like he's been slapped across the face. He's almost sulking. They go back to Sanchez, gets the ball out. It's not a good ball to Colwell. His ball to Hato puts him under pressure. All they can do is spoon the ball out. Pedro will chase for it, but it's an easy one to win. And Cuenca has done just that. Again, Bassi's on the wrong side of him, and here ball forward. I think the flag may go up, but João Pedro's into the box again, controls it under pressure. Bassi's too strong, just takes it off him. And some good defending, and then Bassey gets it where he doesn't want it. Strong challenge from Levere in the middle of the park, and it could be another yellow card.
Yeah, you knew it was going to fly into that. It is a yellow card, and Romeo Lavia, you're thinking, what on earth are you thinking? He's still yet to complete 90 minutes competitively in a Chelsea shirt, which is insane. He'd done it for the first time in pre-season after a couple of years already at the club. Does he need to fly into that?
No, it's ridiculous. And he could have got a straight red for that. The ball's long gone. Look at trailing legs sweeping through him. Really don't like that challenge. You know, if there was an orange card, he would have got it for that.
Yeah, he probably would have done. He does get the ball. It's the excessive force of it, though. He grazes the ball. It's not. However, I'd rather focus on the brilliance again of Palmer in the build-up. A little flick up as it was chipped up to him. Flick up, first time pass after it down the line, and it was a perfect ball. He's been the best player on the pitch in this opening 12 minutes. He's been unbelievable. He's enjoying himself. He's another one similar to Pedro. He got left out, surprisingly, of the World Cup. I mean, imagine what England could have done with a fresh Cole Palmer at the World Cup. This time they've been caught again by Morgan Rogers, and they just about get away with it. But yeah, I think this is a big season for Cole Palmer. And my predictions have him having an unbelievable season as well. So yeah, what a start from him.
Calvin Bassey there got caught trying to use his right foot to dribble out of trouble. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm such a big fan of him, and he's not where he needs to be in this team. They need to sort it out anyway. Castagna on the ball. Wow, there he is. A little triangle, Sanderberger, and then a ball dabbed up the flank. But it's more or less toe bung straight out by Bassey, who found himself playing right back then. He's all left foot. And he keeps getting dragged out of position because Castagna, because of the style they want him to play, it's asking too much. And here the ball back to Sanchez, puts him under pressure. And he'd let the ball go out for a corner. He doesn't get any better, does he? You said you were waiting for a mistake. We're 13 minutes in, and there's a big one.
I was just praising him. I'd said it's a good start to the season for him. I'll tell you what, his clearance anyway. He instantly looked in the ground. He's lucky it didn't stay in play because he was too busy focused on the amount of turf that he'd booted up.
Well, he could have broken his ankle there. He kicked that much ground in front of him. Anyway, they take the corner kick, but I think referee wants them to take it again for some reason. There might have been a kerfuffle in the middle. Anyway, John Brooks is our referee today. He's already been a busy boy. What is it about Chelsea could lose this by virtue if they get a fella sent off? Well, last season they just couldn't keep 11 men on the field, could they? Anyway, corner kick comes in, headed away at the near post, and nothing accrues there. They've got a throw now, Fulham. I don't think Fulham are out of this because from what I've seen of Chelsea at the back, they're a mess. But they've got their own mess at the back, haven't they, to deal with. Here's Iwobi on the ball, and he goes across, finds Cuenca. Drills the ball into the feet of Palacios. You see him at his best. He's at number 8. So lets the ball go by. Sort of heels it back, hoping a teammate can get on it. That's not a bad thing, but it just didn't work. Now these two guys from Real Madrid, you said you'd seen Gonzalo Garcia a fair amount. He scored a few goals and obviously a fair bit of money. Neither of us know much about Palacios, do we?
No, not too much. And we said we'd learn a lot in this maybe opening month of the Premier League season about Garcia, because he's not got Vinicius Junior one side, Mbappe the other, Rodrigo and Bellingham feeding these passes into him to create chances. He's got the likes of a youngster in Palacios, who he will know very well. He's got Josh King, who's young, just like these two lads that we're talking about, that you never know too much what you're going to get from it. Oscar Bob, he's had so many injuries, still a young player as well, so he's not going to get that service that he got at Real Madrid. And sometimes in the Premier League, good strikers create their own luck, and we know that. And so yeah, it's going to be tricky at the start.
Yeah, I'm all for youth, but I think you need a blend. Palacios 21, Josh King's 19, Garcia's 22, Oscar Bob's 23. Here comes Josh King now, looking for that killer through ball. He didn't find it, flicks it with the outstep of his right boot. I think that he's got to try and be a bit more two-footed. If he's going to be number 10, that ball should have gone with his left foot.
Yeah, it should have. It should have done. And Josh King, we were saying before we went live on air, he's a great footballer. I mean, his ball carrying skills are seriously impressive for such a young player in the Premier League. It's just about adding that, which he will do. He's only 19. You don't want to be too critical. On a Chelsea point of view, they've lost the grip of this game over the last 6 minutes or so. It's a lot of long balls from them that aren't really hitting anyone. They've not got forwards like that to deal with those. So I think Arbeloa will be happy with the response in terms of they're just knocking the ball around. They're not shying away from it. It's just about what you do with it.
Yeah, ball back from Sander Berger gives Bernd Leno a job to do. Then Bassi got to go backwards, and he's got to go backwards to his goalkeeper because he hasn't got right foot to put a ball down the line. And if he did, there's nobody there. Strong challenge in the middle of the park there from James. They've won the ball back. Chelsea now driving forward the action pong. Ball out to his right hand side. A good first touch there by Gusto, and I probably also first touch from him. I think he's hardly seen the ball. Palmer then plenty of time on it, and he plays it back, so Chelsea have got a bit of space. They said before kick-off that they're a back three, but probably in transition when they have to defend, they're a back four instead of back five. So it can shift about. So they've got enough numbers in midfield. They don't get stuck at the back. Colwell on the ball. He finds Hato. Drifts inside, great play from him. He's beaten one, then two, then three. Brilliant stuff. And he's driving on. He keeps on going. He can't find the out ball. And then the ball won back by Cole Palmer. He's driving into the box now. A great challenge from behind by Iwobi. Just did enough to nick it off him. This game's swinging end to end. We've seen brilliant play. What about that dribble from Hato?
Maybe he's a wing back. Maybe he's a winger.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was unbelievable from Hato. And he just done too much. He didn't look up. He didn't find Gusto. It's been intercepted. They're on the attack again.
Here's Reece James now, where he did intercept the ball. Finds João Pedro, and it's all slow played when they needed to probably go a bit quicker. I think catching Fulham out here in transition is going to happen a lot if they have the fullback so far up the field. Castanha's virtually, I don't know where he stood, the halfway line most of the time, thinking that they're going to attack. It's hopeful, wishful thinking, even if they are at home. But they're up against a good team. Here's Cole Palmer. I think, again, Arbeloa may have to rethink tactics. Palmer, a little Cruyff turn. He doesn't shake off Iwobi. Robinson watches Gusto step inside. Little heel from him. Reece James, ball across, and then picked up in the middle of the park and lost. And then a good challenge from Bassi, and Sander Berger's got pace about him. There was no out ball for him though. And then the ball won by Cole Palmer high up the field. Here's a real opportunity from ball flicked out the feet of Rodgers, but it won't just break. Then he's won it back. Here's a real opportunity for Cole Palmer this time. He spins, he turns, his shot's blocked away. Lamia tries to win the next ball at the edge of the area. He's too strong for just. How did they not score? We'll ask Kieran in a second because the cross comes in deep. Here's a chance. Hato lays it back. Ball laid back to the edge of the area. Colwell, look at him. There's loads of them. Now a chance. Cole Palmer, another opportunity. He's lucky to step inside. The ball just comes off his toe end. The vital moment they lose their opportunity. We'll just break for a second because Garcia's now got a chance. He runs it to Lacroix. Lacroix knows too much for him and the ball goes backwards. But how enjoyable is all this? So much attacking play. And how did Chelsea not? We'll ask Kieran in a second because here comes Fulham. And it's a shot from Josh King. That's no great save. No. I mean, he pummels that ball away, Robert Sanchez, with no conviction. That could have gone in. It didn't, but it could have.
So many talking points. Cole Palmer could have just got a hat-trick of all of those chances. Sanchez, not a great save. Yes, Cole Palmer took a little bit too long on a couple of them, but his actual pressing work rate, he doesn't look unfit. And he had a lot of injury problems. He's won the ball back twice in the final third that could have led to goals just from pressing. He has been unbelievable, and he'll be so annoyed that he's not done a little bit better from the chances. They're so dangerous, aren't they, in the attack? So many bodies forward. They go short with the corner. Ooh. And the strike from the edge of the box from Palacios. His first attempt goes over the bar, but Chelsea in the final third, I think they're going to score a lot of goals this year.
Yeah, he's ridiculously talented, isn't he, Cole Palmer? And beginning to showcase what he's doing. But the ball gone the other end. You get the sense here that Fulham are probably going to score tonight at some point as well. Again, Robert Sanchez doing his stuff. He always gives you a sniff, doesn't he, you think, if you're the opposition. Anyway, and again, I said this before kick-off, but I said at the back, it's like more Chiefs than Indians. You know, it's all right having like Reece James there, who's actually played quite well in his midfield role. but it's like with so many of centre backs, it's almost like they watch each other. They got back really deep to defend then, and they're all caught ball watching as the ball broke in the box. So again, it's been their Achilles heel for a while now, and it certainly was last season. They could hardly ever keep a clean sheet. Here's an opportunity. Josh King dribbles, he gets round Lavia into the box. He goes, great cut back from him. Who wants it? Nobody wants it. And the ball is not cleared away at the edge of the area. Sanderberg has to strike it down. Terrible defending again from Chelsea. And again, Castagna picks the ball up. Just stood in the line, waiting. Oscar Bob tries to drop his shoulder, but that has been anticipated. Fulham have the ball back. They're almost certainly going to score tonight if Chelsea keep defending like that.
Yeah, it just seems open at times, doesn't it, at the back? I think individually they're not doing too bad, but as a unit, just looks a bit messy from Chelsea so far. And how easy was that to carve up? A great interception from Lacroix, but Malo Gusto went chasing this time. And then Achiampong went wide to cover him, and then he leaves all that space in the middle, which Fulham, Abelo must be seeing that now, in a sense of that's something we can work on.
Well, any good team, you just look to play into the big gaps that they're leaving you, because organisationally they're all over the place. Chelsea, there's Bassi now on the ball, finds the Berger, they're on the attack. Iwobi now at the edge of the area. Now with Anthony Robinson, I haven't seen him galloping up the field. But he and Castagna have been quite high in this first half. Anyway, the ball with King. He now driving through the middle. Big gap for him again. He goes for a strike. Oh! And he scores! Well, he's only 19. We said he's got to put his head down this season. He did. But again, I'm looking at the goalkeeper and thinking, how did that get through Sanchez?
What is Rob Sanchez doing? What on earth is he doing between the sticks? And Josh King, we were raving about him and saying add goals to your game, add assists to your game. Well, it's not the finest goal he'll have scored, but I bet it's the best moment of his career so far, apart from maybe a debut. What a moment for him to level things up. He taps the badge, he celebrates with the fans. It's almost like he's in a wide area, he looks up, maybe an area that you'd cross from usually, and he sees Rob Sanchez stood all the way across. He still hit it to the near post. I'll tell you what, he's not in the corner. He's that far out anyway from a tight angle that no matter what, the goalkeeper can react quick enough. And it just slides through the left hand. I mean, that is some of the worst goalkeeping you will ever see at this level. And Rob Sanchez, I'm sorry, mate, I praised you in the first 6 minutes for catching a cross. And maybe that just summed it all up.
You knew that was going to come back to bite you, didn't it?
Well, exactly. But that summed it up as Rob Sanchez is a goalkeeper over the last few years. We praised him for catching a cross. Do we have to do that for goalkeepers? No, we really shouldn't. It's the job, isn't it? And
it's his job.
Well, exactly. As Roy Keane would say. But yeah, that is woeful. And Chelsea, I can't believe they're not winning this game. And they've rued the missed chances. But it'll be interesting to see how Chelsea now react to that, because I think Arbo will have been pretty happy with his side's response to going 1-0 down. How can this Chelsea side respond?
Well, anyway, they both responded to each other. Chelsea got a goal up in the space of just a minute. As Fulham were cast adrift. Cole Palmer has been brilliant with the assist there, but Josh King, it was a nice ball from Timothy Castagna, but I mean, okay, it just was too easy. It was too easy. I mean, Morgan Rogers had got back there, but they played around him like he was a cone. It's getting to know you, isn't it? But anyway, we're halfway through the first half. You're listening to Independent Off-Tube Studio Commentary. He's one apiece. Kieran now is going to take us through to half-time.
Yeah, thank you, John. Well, this has been great. This opening 25 minutes.
It's so enjoyable. And honestly, it's a gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift to us too, because there's so much going on. You could pick up, you know, just the first 10 minutes you could write a thesis about.
Yeah, exactly. We never fail, do we, John? With these games, especially your top flight ones. Cole Palmer there, just caught offside. 25.5 minutes on the clock. Fulham 1, Chelsea 1, and there is no wonder the cameras linger on Rob Sanchez. If you're a Chelsea fan, you're sick of it, aren't you? I mean, we've all been there. We've all seen our club start a goalkeeper who concedes, consistently, should I say, makes mistake after mistake, and they keep being played.
But they keep going through summers where you think, surely this time.
We've got a very highly rated goalkeeper on the bench.
Well,
young Belgian Mike Penders, but is he ready to instantly get into things? He had a couple of good loan spells with Strasbourg, was on the bench. As I say that, coincidentally, the camera's panned to him, and like I said, he's very highly rated. They've just got rid of Jørgensen, the Danish goalkeeper, so he would be the second choice. I don't see as much of a risk putting in young goalkeepers anymore. I mean, he has some stature to him. He's an absolute giant. He fills the goal. He really does. I'd believe it. I really would. But we see Josh King, and here come Fulham again. Castagna on the right, across the face goal. What a ball that is! And there's Palacios at the back post. His acrobatic effort stays in play on the right-hand side. Oscar Bob now looks up, looks to pick the pass, and here's the turn from Morgan Rogers. He loses out. He's gone a bit quiet over these last 10 minutes or so. We now see Sander Berge and Fulham are well on top. Now Oscar Bob, Hatter diving in, doesn't get there. Oscar Bob onto his weaker right boot across the face goal. Come on, Garcia, that's a great block from Archie Ampong, one that he had to make. This game has completely turned on its head.
Wow. Yes, it has, and there's nothing that surprises about that. All the things that we said were wrong with how Chelsea were lined up are apparent. More Chiefs than Indians. Lots of players, they don't really know what they're doing. The same thing for Fulham at the back. You know, Calvin Bassey, the right-hand side of centre-back's wrong. You know, they're playing with like a box for the two full-backs, a goal missing. That's not going to work out for them in the long run. I can promise you, because every team who's got a decent wide man is just going to say, well, you hang out, let him go. Let your full-back go and you stand in that gap and we'll find you. You know, it's dead simple. So he's not going to get away with this forever. Maybe he's doing it because it's Chelsea who've got a narrow three. But that's leaving the talented 3 against 4. You wouldn't even want to do that with the talent Chelsea have got. But Chelsea at the back are just a joke. And we said, why on earth didn't they expend a little bit of the cash that they clearly got loads of and buy a good goalkeeper? Here we go again. Here comes King round the back.
Wooden King in behind. I tell you what, how simple is that ball? They go from being in the back 4, ball down the line. Josh King's in on the right hand side. It's good defending from Lacroix. And Calvin Bassey does have a right foot. What a ping that was.
Well, Lavia was chasing him and then he decided he wasn't going to bother. What's your job? We were saying, it's like 3 centre-backs and then Hatter's another centre-back. But Lavia's a holding midfielder. And certainly Reece James knows how to defend. But they're all over the shop. You know, it's hard to describe what we're watching, really.
Yeah, I'm not sure Roy Keane would be able to tell us the job of Lavia so far in this opening 28 minutes, and he put in that ridiculous challenge as well where he got a yellow card, so maybe that's adding to a bit of hesitance as Josh King gives away a free kick now, and Chelsea just have to regroup. They looked like world beaters for 10 minutes and we was probably sat here thinking, well, Man City weren't that impressive this weekend. Probably the ones that expected to be impressive was just Arsenal, and they were at home to Coventry, and you're thinking, wow, Chelsea could have a great season ahead, but it kind of has just fizzled back into the Chelsea we've seen for the last couple of years.
The thing is, they could win this game, couldn't they? And, you know, we're one apiece, so anything can happen. At Berger just nods it back. I'm just looking at stats, Josh King again. You know, 19 years of age, but already now he's like a 40th appearance. You know, they played him so many times last season and he just wasn't it. And then he got lucky with his goal today, but that's the 3rd goal, I think, in Fulham colours. He needs to do more. But, you know, when he gets little bits of luck like that, he'll just feed that confidence, won't it? And that's great for him. But I think since the goal, actually, he's played pretty well.
Yeah, and here's Palmer. Not seen him for a few minutes down this right-hand side. Driving forwards, good step overs. Ball into the area. It's a great ball for João Pedro, and his volley is just wide. He'd ran off celebrating as well. That would have been something. And Cole Palmer with a smile. That felt like a moment we'd seen in the opening 10 minutes. Brilliant from Palmer. He picks it up, he's driving. I love the fact that he goes on his weaker right foot on the outside. Well, they didn't expect that. His cross was just as good. He's inches away. And from an acrobatic attempt, he is inches away. He almost grazes the post. That would have been something. And once again, the link-ups in this Chelsea front three, I mean, it is special.
I tell you what, he just drops his shoulder there, doesn't he? When you've got Iwobi up your trumpet, right, you haven't got space or time. And then there's 2 of them, and you're thinking, well, he's going to have to stop. Here's a great ball across, and Sanchez dives at that one and punches the ball. He got a bit of distance, in fairness to him, so I'm not going to give him too hard a time over that, but he did push it back into open play anyway. Just brilliant from Cole Palmer, isn't it? And you know what? If they can get the defence sorted out, they're going to score goals. But they can't be as porous at the back as they've been.
Yeah, they really can't. João Pedro can't hold up this long ball from his goalkeeper. Possession is back with Fulham. Alex Iwobi almost stood in a left-back position at the moment. Robinson pushes on. He has basically been more of a winger, hasn't he? Like you said, Robinson in this, it's almost like Iwobi's filling in at times. And Robinson's the man pushing on the shoulder of Malo Gusto every single time. So they are so advanced, and players are dropping in. Calvin Bassey with a risky ball. At times it almost looks like a back three with Sander Berge stood in the middle of the two centre halves, and it is making for them to look a bit messy in possession. That's strong defending from Lacroix and a physical mismatch with Gonzalo Garcia, something I quite liked about the Spaniard so far. He's not been moaning at the referee when he's been losing this. He's just getting back up. He's the youngster and cracking on with his game. I really don't mind that from the Spaniard. As we now see the ball on the right hand side, Josh King picks it up, goes all the way back for Calvin Bassey, and Fulham are back in a bit of a comfortable control.
I was just looking at the Chelsea back line there. It's like a dog's hind leg. Nobody's talking to anybody. They all of a sudden it's been splitting. Lacroix screaming at people to get back in, but he's a new boy. I'm sure they respect him and all that, but I don't know who the boss is and all that. Honestly, I just watched it for just a couple of minutes without the ball. I was listening to you and watching them and just thinking, my God, there's so much to learn. It's hard enough getting a new partnership, just two guys to work together. But it's another new three at Chelsea, isn't it? And it probably won't be the same again next week. That's their problem, isn't it? But anyway, they're on the ball now.
And here they come. It's a great challenge from Lavia. Pedro finds Morgan Rogers driving forward, cuts onto his stronger right foot, goes for goal. It's blocked away, falls to Reece James with a strike. And that's a good take from Bernd Leno. And that's a bit better from Chelsea this time. And a bit better from Lavia as well. Finally, he puts his foot in. Cole Palmer picks the pass to Pedro. No surprise. Every attack they have, all three of them have touches of the ball. And Morgan Rogers, I don't mind it. He does the right thing. Reece James comes steaming in. He catches it nicely. It's just very central and a simple serve.
Again, Bassey at the back there, he's all at sea. It's like his weight's on the wrong side. And that just allows Rogers just to run past him with ease. It's not right. The balance ain't right. Both these two teams... I think they're probably going to concede at least another goal tonight. We're one apiece, but there's been so many chances.
Yeah, this has been an unbelievable watch. It really has. Dare I say, one of the better games of this weekend so far. Only 34 minutes in, as we now see Achiampong goes all the way back to Reece James. I mean, we've had a whole abundance of shots, haven't we? 7 for Fulham, 8 for Chelsea. I mean, that is insane. Only 2 on target each. Which can absolutely improve. A lot of the shots have been blocked, haven't they?
So if we take it out, then what we're going to get about 40 efforts on goal in the game. It's funny, but and I hope so because it's exciting.
Yeah, it really is. As we now see Chelsea in a lot of space on the right side, no one closing down at Chiampong, who just gallops into the space, puts the ball in, and it's almost like Palacios realises, oh wait. This ain't Spanish football where we can kind of just walk around and get away with things. I've got to sprint and close him down because he thought, I see space, I'm running into it. He done well, did Achiampong, to win the corner.
Yeah, just looking at Colwell being too strong for King there, just shrugged him off, didn't he? And there I'm thinking, right, so Achiampong gallops forward. Where was the fullback in all that anyway? Here come Chelsea.
Reece James, ball into the area, Hatter with the header, it falls to Romeo Lavia with a strike. Great goalkeeping and a great save from Bernd Leno. That would have been an unlikely goal scorer, and it's a mess at the back. Once again they go short. They've been clever from set pieces so far. Ball whipped in, Hatter's header fell to Lavia, and Leno, he flew out. He had to make the save, and it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a good block that, isn't it? Just gets his body in the way. He's obviously did that too well, Lavia. He just needs to scrape that somehow, didn't he? But it's a good save by the keeper.
Yeah, Reece James over this set piece, and Chelsea have been a threat so far from these, and Reece James hangs it up towards the penalty spot, well punched away by Bernd Leno. Well, as far as Gusto under a bit of pressure, he doesn't play a nice kind of ball to Cole Palmer, but what a turn that is, and he's been dragged down by Palacios. I mean, that is unbelievable from Palmer. He has been the best player on the pitch so far.
Oh, top takers. He's moaning at the referee. He needs to keep his own counsel there a little bit, let the referee get on it. It should be a yellow card there because
he's got a point.
He's got two hands on his shirt and he's dragged him back. Has he really not given a yellow card for that? Is there different rules? Anyway, I don't get it. I don't get what referee John Brooks has done there. It's a yellow card all day, isn't it?
Well, it makes sense as to why Chelsea are much better from set pieces. They've got in Austin McPhee, which I didn't know, who was at the heart of all of Aston Villa's goods last season with set pieces, and they were unbelievable from them, Aston Villa. So, yeah, they've not just been doing windows for players, as we now see the ball whipped in. This one not as good after I've just bigged him up. Austin McPhee probably sat down very quickly after that one, as Mal Augusto goes across towards Reece James and all the way back to the goal.
I respect that he's clearly very good at what he does, but do we need to see him? Does he need to be on his feet at that point? Does he give him an instruction there, lads? Number 14. I think it's a bit much there.
Yeah, it was one that struck up a great topic last season from a few pundits as well, whether what they thought of it. As we now see, Uriel Hatter wins his header. It's not a great one though. Doesn't find Morgan Rogers, but he puts a foot in as well. It's been a game played at 100% from both sets of players so far. You wonder whether maybe come the 43rd minute these two sides will be ready for half time.
Yeah, undoubtedly. There are players here who probably won't have worked hard at all. Well, what's Anthony Robinson done? He stood in the left wing, not really doing anything. The ball has not come to him. Castane's played his part in the goal, but he's done no defending, so he's not going to be tired. So some lads have worked their blood to water for the cause, and some other lads have just stood there waiting for the ball to come to them, and it's not. So it's hard to know what to make of it here. Long ball down the middle for Fulham, and that works out.
Yeah, it does. It works out. Ball on the left-hand side with Garcia. Down the line for Robinson, who's up against Gusto. Takes it round it. Ball whipped in towards a dangerous area for the back post, and it's going to go over the head of Hatter. Here's King. Keeps it alive. He finds Oscar Bob, who, when he's been involved, has looked dangerous today so far. As expected, Castagna. Lovely ball into Sander Berge, but it's not a great touch, but he's too strong for Pedro. Lays it off. Calvin Bassey's going to hit it from distance, and it's blocked. It falls to Robinson on the left-hand side. Iwobi, he cuts inside the former Arsenal man. Oh, he'd like a goal today against his former rivals. We now see Palacios. He cuts inside. Good footing. Falls to Sander Berge. Another shooting chance that he passes up. Oscar Bob cuts inside. Picks a ball to the left-hand side for Robinson. Looks to head it across. Just felt it did a little bit too much there in the end.
Yeah, I think so. There were chances to strike. Again, Chelsea was shifting this way and that, but it was wholly unconvincing. Bassey now goes on, but again on his right foot, he just has the ball stripped. He's not strong on that right foot.
Yeah, and he slips as well, and Chelsea have missed a great opportunity. That's not a good tackle from Josh King either. Completely swiped through the shin of João Pedro there, but they've got away with one. Because when we'd seen Calvin Bassey slip, and I saw Morgan Rogers on his way from a bit of a different angle, so you couldn't see how much space he had in front of him, I thought, wow, there could be a way here. And once again, how many times have Morgan Rogers and Cole Palmer sprinted to win the ball back and actually done it from pressing? I think that's going to really impress Xabi Alonso, because these are two of your attacking stars, but they're doing great elsewhere also.
Well, he said ahead of the game that it wasn't all about formation, but a lot of it is about the intensity that you play at, and they've shown plenty of intensity. They've got massive problems at the back, and maybe they can sort that out. Obviously, they have players like Caicedo back in. Oh, here's Palmer again, brilliant from him.
Yeah, wow, that's unbelievable. And it's Lequara in the penalty area. What a touch from him. Plays it across, and he finds Morgan Rogers,
wow.
who is there, and he's the first one to do the ice-cold celebration this season. Well, that is magnificent football again from Chelsea. It's Cole Palmer at the heart of it, but Maxence Lequara has just turned into Cole Palmer after it. What a touch from him. It did look like he was towing a truck at one point when he tried to get on the end of his own touch, but he plays it across the face of goal brilliantly. Morgan Rogers is there. He's beaten Palmer to the celebration this season. Chelsea have the lead. It's the £100 million plus man that gets his first of the season, but wow, that turn from Palmer.
Oh, just delicious. And then Lequara, well, a few beeps and all that. Leno goes, he doesn't get there. Two cut out at the near post as Lequara cuts back. And then it's who fancies it? Anybody? Well, yeah, loads of them do. And then it's a nice tidy finish, really. But all he has to do is side foot it into a gap right in the middle of the goal. Although it comes off Castagna's foot end, it was always ever going in. Yeah, and well, we said there were going to be goals. What more can I tell you? You know, we've marked your card all right. I don't think this is the end of it either. I always concern you when you get to half time that things are going to have to change, because both teams have been so poor. You could drive a bus through the middle of this game.
Oh, wow.
But here come Chelsea again.
And wow, it's a great pass from Palmer again, and Malo Gusto's let it down. They've got away with one, and Morgan Rogers with a rare mistake with a pass. Wow. I hope I cover Chelsea every weekend, because they're a mess at the back, which is so perfect to watch. And they're great going forward, which is perfect to watch. What a game this has been. What a 42 minutes it's been. That goal there kind of just sums it up from Chelsea today. I mean, their passages of play every time they're in attack is structured, clever, skillful. It's got quality involved in it. It's so fun to watch.
But it's like, yeah, I absolutely agree with you. But Fulham are the inverse of that defending, aren't they? They're a mess. They're all over the place, and they're allowing Chelsea to look good. But that's the same for Josh King when he moves his forward. And the amount of success that Fulham are having down their right-hand side, it's just a joke. And even Robinson's been able to put some good balls in. You know, and you think, well, Chelsea can't defend like that and expect that they're not going to concede goals. And the goalkeeper is just an issue. Continues to be. So here comes Chelsea again.
Yeah, here they come. I don't know how that wasn't a foul on Garcia, but play continues again. I tell you what, if I was to watch this game, we see Pauline behind from Reece James headed away. If I was to watch this game and not know who the manager is for Chelsea, I'd have guessed Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
It was exactly like this at Leverkusen. They just win games, but obviously, without stating the obvious, they just score more. How many times did they win 4-3 or 5-3 and concede lots of goals? It's just his style. And that's was never gonna work at Real Madrid, because he was never gonna have the players to have that chaotic mindset. And that's why it didn't work at Real Madrid. Well, these are going to bring that. There's going to be a lot of goals involving Chelsea this season. Maybe back over 2.5 every week for their games. Yeah, this has been great. Ball over the top from Achiampong, looking towards Gusto is the right idea. Can Gusto get there ahead of Quentin? Yes, he can, but he's just a bit too strong for him. But once again, there's the pressing from Rodgers to win it back. Cole Palmer cuts inside. He hits it as well, and it's just wide. And Cole Palmer, he looks to the sky. I wonder if even seeing Morgan Rogers do that celebration has given him the knack for it a little bit as well. But how many times have I needed to say this? Morgan Rogers pressing, wins it back inside the penalty area, and Cole Palmer cuts inside. He was only thinking about one thing. It's just wide in the end. They look brilliant.
They're a juggernaut, aren't they, Chelsea? They're not great at the back. But like you said, if all they're going to do is say we're going to score more than you, they're going to be great to watch this season. Cole Palmer's played as well as I've ever seen. I'm such a fan of Morgan Rogers as well. And I thought the two should have been harnessed for England at the World Cup. Obviously, I've already said what I've said about Pedro. I thought he should have, been Brazil's mainstay, let alone not there. But so that three. Tantalising stuff, and the thing about Palmer and Rodgers is that they do the right thing at the right time. They're not necessarily greedy players. They'll always do the right thing. If it's an assist, then it is. That's what I love about those guys. Pedro, I think, a similar mindset. He always seems to do the right thing at the right time. But there's loads of goals in that.
Yes, we now see a back heel from Garcia. Not a great one. 2 minutes of added time, which. There's been 3 goals, but it's been flowing and it's been great. This couldn't have really started any better for the Premier League season. The first game I've covered of this weekend, and what a first game it is. It's one to remember so far, that's for sure. Fingers crossed that second half can give us the same, if not more, as we now see Oscar Bob up against Yarel Hatter. I've been quite impressed with at times in this one. I probably think he's covered himself in most joy out of that Chelsea back line. He had a bit of a nervy start, but for me, he's done a decent job playing out.
The only thing is, he's like one good dribble, but then they've been attacked down that right that many times. So I don't know. For the goal, he got lost. Morgan Rogers was easily played through that 1-2 with Castagna, and it fell apart. So I know what you're saying, but I don't know when it was for the goal, and it was down his side, wasn't it? So, but yeah, answers on a postcard about how they defend.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out of heart, you're probably then thinking, right, maybe I've made a slight mistake, but what on earth is my goalkeeper doing?
Yeah.
He's not really done his job to bail him out, has he? And I think if there's one man to blame, it probably would have been Bob Sanchez, which has been said a lot, hasn't it? As we see Alex Iwobi goes in towards Sander Berge. Only 30 seconds remaining of this half. Can Fulham create one more opportunity at Craven Cottage to try and level things up going into the break? Alex Iwobi goes across towards Calvin Bassey. Now he finds Josh King on the force back after a good bit of pressure from Hato. Morgan Rogers filled in. Levi Colwell then went wide. A bit similar to what we've seen at Champong do. They get away with it. Morgan Rogers in possession. There's a bit of a couple of challenges going in. Wow, what a turn that is. He's been taken down as well. I mean, that is special from Morgan Rogers. He's not just great in terms of the dribbling aspect. He's so physical, which is why it's so hard to tackle him. But the referee doesn't need to give the free kick fully in the end. Going into the break at Craven Cottage, what an opening 45 minutes it has been, should I say. Going into the break, it's Fulham 1, Chelsea 2.
It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous. Both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous. Both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous. Both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous. Both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous. Both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous. Both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea.
It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. Been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game on our hands. It's been porous, both teams defending really poorly. Josh King got one back for Fulham on 23 minutes, a right foot drive. Another mistake, we think, from Robert Sanchez. Should have done better. But then down the other end, Morgan Rogers, a right foot drive, has made it 2-1 to Chelsea. It's half time at Craven Cottage. It is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. An incredible game of football. Well, only a minute was on the ball when João Pedro, with his lob wedge after a beautiful Cole Palmer assist, got the first goal. We knew we had a game.
Right, we're back. Fulham are back on the ball. Just chest from Robinson there. Ball back to Palacios. He's got to go back to Iwobi, who are going to play it through Calvin Bassey. Again, he's on the right hand side. First two touches, left boot, then swings his right leg at that, finds Sander Berger, who'd found a gap between the two centre backs, but they quickly lost the ball again. Cole Palmer, again brilliant from him. Nearly every touch has been superb from him tonight. Just an appreciation. He's just got football brain. The first half was brilliant and so enjoyable. Yes, there were mistakes and defensive problems and all that frailties. I thought Xabi Alonso, when he came out, he's like, oh yeah, that's what we do. You know, he looked at ease with that. Obviously they're on the lead, but I just saw Arbeloa come out and he just looked like he'd been slapped in the face by the game. You know, and I just thought, you know, you need to have a better sort of mindset than that. You know, you need to be prepared to go goal down and not be so downcast. You've got to be upbeat, you know, particularly for your managing team. Anyway, I'm John Hogan. I'm joined by Kieran Graham. We expect more this second half as Lavia wins the ball high. The field jab. Pedro spins and turns, gets his shot away, blocked by Cuenca. It was a breathless first half. I don't see why the game's going to change.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it carries on the way it did in the first half. It's been a great game. What a fixture this has been so far. I mean, pure entertainment in the first half. In the first half, we'd already had a goal by now, and the celebrations wrapped up and finished and back underway. That's how good the start actually was. I think the fair assessment is Chelsea winning this game, which they are. A bit of a shock when Fulham levelled things up. Chelsea probably deserve it to be winning by at least 2 goals as well. But yeah, fingers crossed that carries on. And Arbeloa, I think one thing that's important for Arbeloa to maybe not get too down about is it's not like they're playing their side expected to be down there, are they? They're playing against Chelsea, who have just spent 120 million on the second goal scorer. So there is positives to be had. They have caused Chelsea problems defensively, so they've just got to keep doing it.
They do. Bob now tries to get the run, but Colwell, he let him get ahead for a second and then just used that big shoulder of his to ease him off the ball. Lavia now, it's a good ball forward to Cole Palmer. He gets an opportunity. Robinson's got to chase back, and he's been told to chase back. But he cuts inside him with the ease now, steps over the ball, little heel, realises his man is offside, then he beats 1, he beats 2, he's still in the box, he cuts Cole Palmer. Oh, the left foot try, I wanted that to go in. He's claiming that it should be a corner kick there and a deflection. How good was he there? Just explain that to me, Kieran.
That would have been one of the goals of the season already. I mean, he could not be stopped. What a run that was from Cole Palmer. I mean, he picks it with his back to Palacios. He spins around. He's not known for being the quickest. He's right as well. He did take a deflection. It came off the backside of one of the defenders, so he's unfortunate there. He looks, dare I say, better than what we'd seen of him when he was at his best. He looks brilliant.
Do you know what? You might slam me down for this, but had he put that in the back of the net, I'm thinking that's Maradona-esque. Here comes João Pedro now into the box. He goes an opportunity. Cole Palmer runs round now and he drills it in. That is incredible. Easier, but what a move. He's freezing out there. They're all freezing. Fulham 1, Chelsea 3.
He's been the best player on the pitch, and I am delighted to see that he's just grabbed that goal of the goal scorers for Chelsea. I have not stopped waxing lyrical about this man today. I was talking about him before we went live about, I think this is such an important season for him. That is such a hard finish. João Pedro at the heart of it again, by the way. There will be an inkling of maybe an offside in the build-up. Hopefully, for Cole Palmer's sake, there isn't. He's in his own half. He's João Pedro. What clever movement that is. Cole Palmer then makes the run.
Way to go.
He does. He makes the run outside, and Pedro's waiting and waiting. That's just an understanding. He passes it. It's a crossing position. He looks at Bernd Leno. I tell you what, you see him. He looks up. He looks across. Looks at the goalkeeper's legs. You know, the body shape is as if he's going to go across. Just passes it through his legs. One of the cleverest of finishers you will see all season. It is pure magic. He has been a joke, and you see all the players, João Pedro and Reece James, they're laughing doing the celebration with him. Morgan Rogers beat him to it. Maybe that's the joke, maybe that's what's going to go on in the changing room, but Cole Palmer, it didn't take him long to join.
It didn't. It was a shame that the dribble didn't get the goal, but you're quite right, that was sublime. When I'm watching João Pedro, then he's done well. He starts from inside his own half. He can't be offside, but he does well. He's waiting. It's such a long run from Palmer, a long way out. Oh, here's another opportunity to go round the back. Strike comes in, keeper comes out. Oh, and in the end, Anthony Robson just gets there ahead of Morgan Rogers. Counter-attack is on. Now with Bob, just drops the shoulder, but he's been well marshalled, and he just forced to take his little bit of time. Palacios on the ball, and it goes out right to Castagna. Fulham sustaining their attack, needs it back quickly here to get back in the game. I would have thought Palacios. Well, I did think that Fulham would score more goals in this, and we haven't seen Chelsea defend this second half, so I wouldn't be able to tell you whether it improved or not. But anyway, Robinson now on the ball. Sloppy ball from him. Yet again, he's a ball magnet. Yet again, he beats the first man, Cole Palmer. He's just a footballing machine. He gets away with one. The ball won by Castagna, but he went through his man, and that might even be a yellow card. He's a little bit unlucky there, but I think he went through Hato to get the ball, and you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to jump the gun and say he looks even better than 2 seasons ago in general play. He's getting so much more involved. He's driving at men even more. When he was having that unbelievable season, he wasn't even doing this in general play. 4 penalty goals. It was yes, he was fantastic. he just looks a different breed. Sometimes
look at the fitness of him as well.
Exactly. Sometimes a knockback can unlock a different level of hunger into your game. The knockback is he's not being called up to a World Cup that he would have been so vital in, and to not even get called up, and he looks, that will have spurred him on. I have no doubts about it.
I think the other thing, and I agree with you, is that he's been playing with some kind of injury for quite a while.
Well, he looks fit now.
He looks supremely fit, doesn't he? And he's been a revelation. The amount of energy he's put into the game, and then the skill allied to it. He's got the ball on a string. He's got so many tricks and flicks you wouldn't believe it. Right thing at the right time. Scoring goals, assisting goals. Honestly, I mean, he's a 10 out of 10 tonight.
Yeah,
he's a 10 out of 10, isn't he?
What's also been quite different, and I've not said this about a Chelsea side in a long time, and this is where you maybe give credit to Xabi Alonso. The players haven't just been moaning at officials all game, all right.
Yeah, but Enzo Fernandez and Moy Caicedo are playing.
Yeah, but
who are both moaners.
Even the rest of them. How many times have we seen these players out on the field of play just throwing their arms around over the last years if something doesn't go their way? They've just cracked on with it. When they've lost the ball, they haven't just stopped. Like we said, this is where we've praised the wingers. They've just cracked on and gone and won it back. And that's where Xabi Alonso, you already see immediate impact from that.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see how it progresses. One swallow doesn't make a summer, does it? We'd already seen Lavia yellow card. Levi Colwill might have been shown a red. He might have been last man when he did his hatchet job, bringing somebody down. So there's still all that. They have looked a mess at the back, that much is true, and they haven't sorted out the goalkeeping problem because they've still got the same one who keeps making mistakes. Here, ball into the box for Fulham. They're allowed to turn. Shot comes in for the keeper. He's pushed it back into open place. They're back past him, and there's a goal for Gonzalo Garcia. And there we go again. That is Chelsea. That is the soft underbelly that's going to undermine all that good work. Fulham 2, Chelsea 3.
The cameras linger on Rob Sanchez once again. Let's see how much at fault he could be for that initial save. But Gonzalo Garcia, he's off the mark. He's got his first goal. For starters, terrible defending from Levi Colwill. And the striker goal, he's saved, but it's parried straight back into danger. And Levi Colwill, not great from him. Castagne's strike, he parries it straight into the path of Garcia. Almost just hits him rather than he's gone for goal, doesn't he? Yeah, actually, I take that back. The reactions from Garcia are unbelievable. He ducks his head down straight away and he means it completely. So I take that back within seconds. Gonzalo Garcia, that's great striker play. For a young forward, maybe sometimes young strikers don't have that in their game. Well, that's brilliant. And he's learnt from the best over the last couple of years, hasn't he, in terms of goal scorers. Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, and what a header that was. But what is Colwill and Sanchez doing? Yeah, if you're part of that front three for Chelsea, you're just thinking, what on earth else can you do?
I don't know, they've got to score 8. Here come Fulham again, another missed challenge in the middle of the park from Lavia. Ball to Robinson. He puts an early ball into the box, not a bad one, it's through the box though. Can Bob get there? He can, he just holds it into play. He drives his right side, he beats his man, beats 2 men, just the edge of the area. He spins and he turns, he gets the ball away. Got a slow play now to Berger, then Castagna. 2 assists already for him, but this time the ball picked off by the impeccable Robert Sanchez with his handling. He's got to get something right, hasn't he?
So we said that 6 minutes in, and he's got to maybe make his rue saying that initially, but yeah, he's got to do something.
Well, anyway, it is Fulham 2, Chelsea 3. My BBC, they can't even keep up at the minute, but anyway. So Fulham have got a lifeline to get something out of the game, and our predictions have come true, because I think we said that both after they'd gone. We'd seen the first couple of goals. We said that there's going to be more, and for both teams, and that they both are a mess at the back. One of them's been dragged around by brilliant play. The other one is Chelsea, who are all over the shop, and it's mystifying. I was sort of having to go at Arbeloa saying, well, why are you throwing your fullbacks up the field? Castagne's having a field day. He's run into the box there. He was really poorly defended, but he got his shot away, and that brought the goal. Here he chips the ball into the box. A chance for Josh King. He spins and turns. Lavia takes the ball off him. It's going to be a corner kick. So Fulham here looking to strike back, looking to get back in it. Wow. What a game.
This might be game of the season. we might come back to this in May, end of season do, and think, I tell you what, we kicked it off with a bang on the Monday night.
Well, it's a banger anyway. I don't know where it stands in the pantheon of great Monday night games, but I'm enjoying it. And the first half went in a flash. Here comes the corner kick, far post, and another good pick by Sanchez. He's done that 3 times now. Fair play to that. I still want another keeper if I'm at Chelsea, but anyway, he bowls the ball out to Palmer, gets him on the run. This time Cuenca comes across, he's able to deal with him. Ball got away from him there for a change. He looks mystified. That ball, his radio control ball, is not working now. What went wrong? And the ball has gone out, and everyone's taking a little breather now, including the Fulham backroom staff, who seem invested in the game again now they've got a goal back. It's just a 1-goal game, 1 goal between them, but Fulham 2, Chelsea 3, and it's Xabi Alonso who's been cool as a cucumber, now just a little bit rattled that Fulham have got back in the game, I think.
Yeah, exactly that. I think defensively, I think the main positive for Xabi Alonso to look at this defensively is he's probably thinking a lot of the natural players are maybe not there. You'd think Wesley Fofana, if he's fit, has he ever been fit since we've seen Wesley Fofana, but if he was fit, he'd probably be in there. Palestra would be at right wing back. You think Caicedo would be helping a lot more in front of them, and I'm probably thinking of forgetting others for Chelsea. They've got that many defenders at their disposal.
Yeah, but that's the problem, isn't it? They've got that many. Like I said, I can't remember seeing the same 3 ever being sort of thrown together. It seems to be a different bunch every time. But we were talking about this ahead of kick-off. There's like 40 names in the squad list, and then somebody like Jude doesn't even get a number, does he? So he's going to go. But yeah, it's an embarrassment to riches. But sometimes I think that makes it difficult to work out. There's no European football for either of these 2 teams this year, so they can focus on the job in hand. Interesting what Arbeloa has done, and he's going to try and make him a front foot team, clearly. Flood bodies forward, get his full-backs forward, and then he's going to box this narrow 4 that's going to defend. It hasn't worked for him today. Anyway, here's Oscar Bob on the ball. King just runs in front. Lavia's stuck to him like glue at the minute. He's stuck to him until he's not, and then he just lets him go. Josh King then can find a bit of space, but the ball's gone left-hand side and King's gone right. Iwobi now picks the ball up. He's such a handy player to have. He can play out in the wing. He can play a second striker if you like, and he's playing in the pivot at the minute. Enough energy from him to do all sorts of roles. Not too many like that who are sort of 7 or 8 out of 10 every time they play, no matter where they play, but he seems to do that. Here Bob is having a good game, gets the ball at his feet. Here's King, he did peel off right, and now he's got a chance to take on Morgan Rogers, but he lays the ball back to Sander Berger, puts a decent ball in, and there's plenty of white shirts in the box, nodded away, but there again we see when Fulham are flowing, they're dragging Chelsea around, and Chelsea are like statues at times. Anyway, we'll just bring Kieran in a second, but it's another meaningful attack here down the left hand side, ball prodded by Robinson, then booted straight out.
Yeah, it's those 2 linking up. Oscar Bob and Josh King have been the excitement for Fulham today. They're going to be a great duo this season. We've been talking about duos, combinations for Chelsea. I've been impressed with both of them. I think they can both add that more clinical edge to their game, but I mean, Josh King's got a goal to his name in this one, hasn't he? But I've been impressed with Oscar Bob as well. So there is excitement for Fulham still, and there's a long way to go in this.
Yeah, but they're giving the ball away, then Morgan Rogers steps on it, and here's a chance for Bob driving through the middle now. Can he get his shot away? He wanted too long, way too long. He's thinking about it. There wasn't really a pass, there wasn't really a shot on, and in the end, I guess it was good defending. I guess, because it'd be the first time I said that tonight in regard to Chelsea. Ball went then too long, and Robinson couldn't keep it in. Fulham 2, Chelsea 3. 62 minutes. We were looking at the stats in the first half, weren't we, laughing about the opportunities, but 16 efforts from Chelsea, 6 on target, 9 from the home team, 4 on target. 25 in an hour of play. We've probably got about 35 minutes left. Plenty more to come. Here come Chelsea driving forward. A great ball swept up there, headed away by Robinson. Great control there now. Gusto puts a good looking ball in, blocked away by Cuenca. And then Reece James, just a little step out on his inside, just tidying up there, and goes into just a slot in defence. Acheampong had galloped forward. He can do that, and sometimes he's almost like a ghost nine. Acheampong is just a surprising player. Not really rating defensively, but he's a young lad, and he would see a shot from the edge of the area inside the D, but this time João Pedro just got underneath the ball, and that ends up in the stands.
Yeah, what a touch though from Morgan Rogers in the build-up once again. It's just fantastic from him. Enzo Fernandez has been sent out to warm up. There's been a lot of rumours about his transfer window and where he could end up. Manchester City, as of today, the big talks, they're going to try again for him, despite just agreeing to sign Buadi from Lille for around £100 million, which is absolutely insane. We'll have to watch it, Man City. They need midfielders.
Here comes Chelsea again. Ball to Cole Palmer, puts up the byline. All he could do is dab the ball back in, and Bernd Leno's read that one like a book. Balls the ball out to Walby. This game breathless. King then just the sensible ball back. Now Sander Berger turns the Norwegian, and he finds Palacios. Lovely first touch from the former Real Madrid man. Game settled down just a little bit. One thing we hinted on, and then we were talking about football. I actually like this Chelsea kit. Looks good, I think, really cool. And Fulham's kit is superb this season. You know, obviously their colours as you expect, home colours, but it's so unfussy, their kit. It's great. As just Garcia then, Gonzalo when he's back, he's having a moan there. Did he really foul his man? Just eased off the ball, I felt. And then with Hato,
he gave the little kick after through. Yeah, that's a free kick for me.
Yeah, he didn't quite get to side, did he, with him? Hato put his head down there and played. We're going to see the midfield maestro Enzo on his shirt. Going to be double change, isn't it? So yeah, we get a couple of Chelsea changes now. I'm not the biggest fan of Enzo Fernandez, but I think would we argue he had a decent World Cup?
Yeah, I don't think any of us are after the summer, are we, with Enzo Fernandez? It'd be interesting to see what reception he gets, even from his own fans, based on the summer and maybe the fact that I think it's quite clear that maybe he'd be happy to move on as well. But it seemed like there was claps for him, as we saw visually. The Chelsea fans obviously can't hear them. He comes on for Romeo Lavia, a new signing Chavaria. He's on to the left-hand side now. He's a natural wing-back, brought in from Vallecano. He's someone Xabi Alonso really wanted from the start, and it just seems like they took a little bit longer just to make sure they got it a little bit cheaper. From all the money that Chelsea spent, I believe it was less than 20 million for this Spanish lad, and he's on a more natural left wing back. Of course, he's on for a Hato, and looks like Shea Charles was getting ready soon for Fulham, but he hasn't come on just yet. I'm a massive fan of Shea Charles. I think he's a great signing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We cover the internationals, don't we, a lot, and so I'd done a lot of Northern Ireland and got a chance to see him playing regularly at a high level, and I know what he's got. He can be peripheral and fall out of games like youngsters can, but at his best he's superb. Pull of the shorts there from Palacios, but he's Cole Palmer again. Brilliant. Acheampong drives the ball. What's that? It's like a clearance, isn't it, from him, and he was offside anyway. Pep Chavaria for the left back from Spain, was playing at Rayo Vallecano, Real Zaragoza before that. Anyway, the board does go up, and we're going to see the man we just mentioned. We're both fans of Shea Charles. He didn't play enough for Southampton, did he really? And then they let him go to Wednesday on loan. He's certainly got plenty of game time and experience there, and he's on for Oscar Bob, which means that Iwobi will go out wide.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like he has, does it? When you look at where Iwobi stood still, it's a bit of a strange one. It looks like Josh King has moved to the right-hand side for now, but yeah, Shea Charles, I think he's a player that Fulham fans will enjoy.
Yeah, I suppose they could have changed shape and gone like 4-3-3 or something, couldn't they? Last season, of course, it's under Silva. Then they'd start with Iwobi, and then it tends to be the first change will be moving Iwobi back wide out and bringing somebody in the middle. And Shea Charles he's an actual pivot, you know. Anyway. Here come Chelsea again. Morgan Rogers, great ball to Gusto, puts him inside the box by himself. What's the cross like? Not the best, but Enzo Fernandez picks it up. Ball lobbed across, and in fact that was the new man, wasn't it? Chivaria with the cross. Then Gonzalo getting undone there. Some good defending by Lacroix, who it's funny. I mean, he's in a 3 and it should suit him down to the ground. I didn't know whether he was the best of the Palace good back 3 or the worst, but I think the American guy was always good, and obviously Gahey was brilliant. I never could quite work out who was the top man out of all that, but he's good. Yeah. And I think they've needed something else, because the youngsters aren't quite good enough. Cole Palmer gets the ball caught in his feet. Robinson snaps at him, but he just has enough to win it back. The ball launched over the top. Brilliant stuff again. Here come Chelsea, cut back not good enough, and Robinson will clear his line. Well, that was risky. Then Palacios dribbles back into his own box almost. But anyway, risk takers, not risk averse. And Palacios now has got a chance to run into space, but his touch is there really poor, and it just allows the defence to get goal side, and Lacroix doing his job there.
That's great defending. I agree with your point about that Palace back 3. I think Lacroix's the most what Chelsea needed. I really do. I think they just needed a really big guy who's very quick, who's comfortable in possession. Chris Richards,
I like Chris Richards.
I couldn't have seen him in a Chelsea shirt, though. I really couldn't. I don't think maybe he's ready for that step up. Matt Gahey, of course, would have worked, formerly of Chelsea, but yeah, I think it made the most sense.
Gusto just couldn't hook his right foot round the ball. Looks like he's got cramped up, and my tongue's cramped up now. So we're 3/4 of the way through this interesting game at Craven Cottage. Fulham 2, Chelsea 3. It's going to be Kieran now to take us through to full time.
Yeah, thank you very much, John. Enzo Fernandez has had a busy start to this week. He played that lovely ball down the channel for Achiampong a moment ago, and bouncing back up. Cameron's linger on him, and you signing another Argentine who wasn't shied away from the drama, was he, in the aftermath of that game against England and in the final against Spain. Here's Cole Palmer on the right hand side, ball into the middle for Enzo Fernandez, goes across to Achiampong, who then finds Lacroix. Well, this has been a great game, hasn't it? And it's absolutely been game of the weekend, there's no doubt about it, and there were some good games as well. Here's Palmer driving down the right hand side, finds Achiampong in towards Gusto. 70 minutes on the clock. Fulham 2, Chelsea 3. Colwill down the channel for Chivaria. He looks down the line for João Pedro. Sharp turn from him to try and get away from Bassi. It's not easy to beat him 1v1. He tried his luck again, and that time he didn't. Bassi's so strong.
As soon as you go into tangle with Bassi, you've lost, haven't you, really? We know that even when he's on the wrong side, they're going to have to address that. We're going to see Kevin come on for Fulham, and then Sessegnon as well. He's funny, isn't he, Sessegnon? He's a bit like the Tide, he's in and out, but when he's good, he scores goals, doesn't he? Surprisingly, you know. And yeah, I think for Kevin, again, at his best, you watch him and go, right, yeah, there's no doubt his talent, but you know, why we're waiting so long? Why has he lost his place in the team? You know. He needs to step up, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He really does. He was so bright when he was making his first appearances last season. Maybe he dropped off the ball. Marco Silva didn't end up being the biggest of fans. And Shea Charles gets his first real touches in a Fulham shirt. Was, of course, heavily in talks with Leeds this summer. Leeds weren't willing to go to the 30 million that Fulham were in the end. So Fulham won that battle for the Northern Irish midfielder. I feel like Fulham may just be about to get better use out of him than maybe what Leeds would have done, as we now see Palacios goes all the way back towards Quenset.
Well, I think it will free Iwobi up to use his energy elsewhere, or he's cover for Iwobi if they've decided now he's going to be a pivot rather than a winger. or they can decide to change formation and go 4-3-3. But and he could go box to box, Shea Charles, as well. But I don't think that's how this team is set out to work, though.
As you see Robinson ball into Josh King, that's a great first touch. Cuts inside, goes for goal. It's just wide. That would have been a special moment for Josh King, looking for his brace. Well, the turn was fantastic. The touches after that were just as good. To go inside of Lacroix, he tries to catch out the goalkeeper, opened his body up as if he was going to bend it into the far corner, goes to the near post. He drills it just wide.
Yeah, I don't think Sanchez is getting there. I don't think it's the keeper's fault. Like you said, gave him the eyes, looked like he going to ping it, and then he drove it near post, and he's only just wide. Palacios goes off, he's run his race, on comes Kevin, and now Sander Berger's gone off for Sessegnon.
Yeah, I wonder whether that puts King a little bit deeper again, Shea Charles a bit deeper, Wobie a little bit deeper. Once more, Sessegnon onto the field of play. Kevin on as well. It's attacking minded, one that you'd expect, and the Chelsea players are all just going through instructions with each other just to try regroup again, because once again they've conceded and once again they've lost a little bit of control like last time. And as we see this ready to be taken, it's not a great goal kick. What is that from Rob Sanchez? And here come Fulham on the counter. Well, there is a bad moment. It's Kevin with his first touches down this left hand side. He's up against Achiampong. He just waits too long. Good defending from Achiampong. Then he's dragged away, and that's going to be a free kick. Well, Rob Sanchez gets away with one because he made a mess of that goal kick. Yeah,
Kevin needed to find a left foot there, just prodded that ball through. He had a man in front of him who wasn't offside, because yet again the Chelsea backline was like a dog's hind leg, and you just think, oh, come on, you know, and then he just finds himself being marked because he's trying to flick it with the outstep of his right boot, and then it just doesn't work for him. He's got to do better than that. So anyway, this game's still rolling end to end. Fulham still got a chance of winning it, let alone you know, an equaliser and all that. They've still got to do that, of course, but I wouldn't count them out for the win. I still think we haven't seen the end of the scoring.
Yes, you now see Chavaria turns away from Sessegnon, who, by the way, has gone onto the right wing. Has the left back, so that'll be interesting as we see Cole Palmer. Decent first touch. You wonder whether his race is about to come to an end in a moment. He may be having his final touches, but he looks as sharp as ever. Ball into Gusto. He loses that paw from the Frenchman, and now it's on the left-hand side with Kevin Iwobi, and a bit of a throw of the arms around there from Cole Palmer. Good pressing there from Morgan Rogers again, who gets a touch in there, and the clearance goes long all the way up to Garcia, brings it down under a bit of pressure. Good hold up from him though, and that's great touches from Kevin. Ball down the line. Is that going to be a free kick? Yes, it is, and Reece James is going to go into the book.
Yeah, he knew that they were undone there, and you know, he's wagging a finger and all that, and just pushed away. He's sort of giving it that King's thrown himself to the ground, but I'm not sure I fully believe that. Anyway, let's take another look at it. You can't do that. You can't do what Reece James has done.
I don't like what Reece James has done either. Right, to Josh King. I think they're probably going to be players who play with each other quite soon. In a national thing, I really see Josh King playing for England in the coming years. I mean, you fouled him. It's as simple as that. Well, I didn't expect that for a change. I thought Pedro Neto was going to come on for Palmer. He's come on for Gusto.
No, because they've been playing him as right wing back, haven't they? And so.
But at 3-2 up, is that worth it?
Yes.
Well, they're under trouble here. Ball into the penalty area. Well backheeled away by Achiampong. And by the way, I think he's had a better second half. Is Bassi goes down. Does he get a penalty? No. The referee says nothing. He's actually booked him for diving in the end, and Cole Palmer's laughing at him. And it's a big call. They'll check it. Calvin Bassi, I tell you what, his expressions tell you everything. Seeing it back again, it is one of the worst dives you will ever see. No contact.
I don't think he's claiming a penalty. I think he spins. He's cutting a hard cut, and momentum takes him down. At no point do I think he's claiming a penalty, but he overdid it, didn't he? His little pirouette.
I disagree completely, John. I think that is such a bad dive. He's looked for it, and there is nowhere near contact.
I think there's a split second there where he thought, I'll try, and then he realised, no, I'm looking at Nana. And by the time he got up, he realised he wasn't going to appeal because it was such a bad effort. But yeah, just a bit embarrassing. He's right that he got a yellow card.
Yeah, absolutely. We now see Iwobi. It's had a bit of everything. It just needs a red card now, doesn't it? To maybe top it off, a little bit of drama, a bit of a scuffle. As we now see
20-man brawl. That's what's missing.
Well, that really would let it down for Chelsea, wouldn't it? After that would be them going back to their old ways of red cards all the time. As we now see Quensa, he looks for a ball over the top and in behind it. It's a great ball as well. Robinson's going to get there. Rob Sanchez is in no man's land, and Robinson's put it wide.
Oh, you are joking!
What a chance! And Rob Sanchez, he comes for it.
Where was he? What was he doing?
He comes for it. He stays at home, and it's lucky it falls to Anthony Robinson, the left back, on his right foot, that he couldn't finish it. What on earth is going on there?
I've no idea. It's terrible goalkeeping. All he's got to do is lift that over him. Sanchez is absolutely nowhere there. He is nowhere. You know, Reece James has got caught in behind. Robinson is bombing on, and he just can't find that right foot half volley. It would have been easy to score. It would have been easier to score, and all he had to do was just lollipop that over the head of Sanchez. What on earth is he doing as a goalkeeper? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's had a terrible game again.
Yeah, to now see Pedro Neto goes into Reece James. He takes a risk there. He finds that Chiampong takes some extra touches. Ball over the top looking towards João Pedro. He can't win it. And this is getting messy again. Is this game and very end to end? Enzo Fernandez, I don't think the subs have helped Chelsea at all in this one. We now see Josh King coming forwards. He had a bombing run from Sessegnon that he ignored. Sessegnon cuts inside.
Enzo Fernandez was thinking about whether he should bother chasing after him then, and then eventually decided he was going to chase Josh King, and because it didn't open up for King, and then all of a sudden he's goal set, he thinks, oh yeah, I'm glad I bothered now. You just come on, and you can see he's working out whether do I want to make this run. I'm not sure that they want to keep holding for too much longer. An attitude like that.
And I see the ball on the left hand side with a Iwobi. 79 minutes on the clock, 3-2 still to the visiting Blues. As we now see Robinson finds Kevin, first time ball in the area, felt very rushed, and the clearance is a good one. It finds the feet of João Pedro, who holds it up really well, picks the pass for Pedro Neto in a more natural right wing position this time, and layoff from João Pedro for Cole Palmer, who stumbles on the ball and he's hurt himself as well. And I mean, hopefully for him that's not too bad. Ball whipped into the area looking towards Pedro. Goes out of play for a goal kick. I tell you what, Cole Palmer is smiling, so it should be okay. I don't really know what he'd done there. He might be saying, give me 2 minutes, see if I'm okay, maybe take me off.
They're really careful about him, won't they? He's been it today, and he just sort of stepped on the ball. I think it's one of those, Wayne Rooney used to do it, where I think when you're playing that well, you don't even bother looking at the ball to control it, and you end up coming undone. He's almost like ahead of himself today because he's been that good. But he looks like he'd be all right. It'd be a shame to see him go off injured because he's the goods today, isn't he? Definitely, he's a 10 out of 10. Number 10 on his back, but Cole Palmer's been absolutely superb. Here come Fulham, though. Yeah,
ball in behind. He's a little bit overhit. They want to try him from Castagna, but you're spot on. You could already give him man of the match, couldn't you, in this one? They're going to bring on Giovanni Quenda, who I'd seen a little bit at Sport in Lisbon. He's a special young talent, but how many times do we see these special young talents picked up by these big clubs in England and it doesn't work? But Giovanni Quenda, a natural right winger, played wing back quite a lot as well under Ruben Amorim at Sporting. He's going to come on for Cole Palmer soon, as we now see Enzo Fernandez gives it all the way back to Chavaria. Enzo in towards Colwell, who then finds Lacroix. He's got options down the right hand side at Chiampong. Terrible touch from him, good sliding challenge in, and now it's going to be Neto. It's almost like Cole Palmer's gone and stood in the middle, so he doesn't have to get involved in play too much at the moment. He's just had a look towards the bench, so you do think his race is going to be run pretty soon, and hopefully that's more of just he's put 100% in as a man who's probably not played fully fit for over a year, so maybe he deserves that.
He's covered a load of ground. I'm amazed by how fit and strong he's been today, but he look at him still chasing after it, defending now.
And there he is as well, getting across, winning the free kick.
Brilliant.
And that's just unbelievable. If you're Xabi Alonso, you look at that and think, you're my man this year. You really are. You're going to be the guy for Chelsea this year to set the standards as well. They've lacked leaders for so long, in my opinion, of Chelsea. And you can be a leader at any form of the pitch. Some people say that you can't. I really think you can. When you talk about, can a striker be a captain, can a winger be a leader, or a goalkeeper? Not everyone always has to be in the heart of midfield. They're making 2 attacking changes, and it's Quenda and Esteval coming on for Chelsea. Rodrigo Muniz has just come on. Well, it doesn't stop, and that sums up Xabi Alonso from what we know of him as a coach. So Quenda's on for Cole Palmer, and that double act, Morgan Rogers goes off with him as well for Esteval.
Yeah, it's like, well, let's grab a couple more goals, lads. It's 2-3, isn't it? There's no steady on, boys. You know. So that's the message, and it's a wholly positive one. Whether it works out or not, we'll have to wait and see. And Muniz has come on, who, again, there's so much talent from him. But I don't know what it is. Whether, you know, if he's fully fit, surely he'd be starting. I know that Garcia's a decent player and all that, but surely Muniz is your man you'd start the season with.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? But I think Garcia's shown enough to maybe show why he did start. I really liked his instinctive finish. Morgan Rogers just walking past the Chelsea fans now. No surprise that he was getting a huge round of applause. I mean, he's probably going to become a fan favourite pretty soon as well. In an ideal world, if you asked a Chelsea fan who'd be on the score sheet today, they'd say Rogers and Palmer together. That combination, as expected, was just lightning.
Well, the front three have all scored. So, you know, how do you like that?
And they've combined as well.
Yeah, they have.
For the goals. Palmer's assisted Pedro.
Yeah.
Pedro's assisted Palmer.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's all gone wonderfully well. Everything that's in behind it can be improved. And when you've got a squad of 40, you know, you can do what you like. There's a load of talent in there. Still at the back, though. We said soft underbelly. Here we go again.
Yeah, balling behind towards Sessegnon into the area. He's touched it round and a strike at goal, and he looks to beat Sanchez at his near post, which has already happened today. This time, Rob Sanchez, he wasn't making any mistakes. He was practically holding the post as he was awaiting for that strike from Sessegnon.
It's another mistake, Achimpong. I said he's got a mistake in him, and there he offers it in a plate for Sessegnon to hit the half volley, and in the end, he can't beat his goalkeeper at the near post.
Yeah, this is ready to be taken now. Pedro Neto marking Muniz there. That was a weird one. As it's been cleared away. Good turn from Sessegnon. Hangs it up to the back post, and Quenda does well to clear his lines. The Portugueseman, and then he gets on the end of it. He's been fouled there by Garcia. Has he not? No, he hasn't.
But he has.
The throw-in's been given. Quenda was fouled there. He was electric quick to get round him there.
He was, and he caught ball watching there, and then he dragged his man back, and we're waiting for the free kick that wasn't coming. He always steps on the ball, but he'd given it away, and now João Pedro, and here's the counter-attack, an opportunity, but the ball had gone just a shade too long. But Leno picks it up. I still think there might be a goal in this. Could go either way, but I wonder if you're Chelsea. 3 goals away from home, you haven't still got it sorted out though, and here come Fulham again.
Yeah, and here's Kevin driving forwards. He gets the better of his man, touches him behind, well intercepted by Josh Achiampong. He's been so up and down for me. It's been a weird one. I'm not sure if I've been impressed with him at times or really unimpressed. He's had a good moment, then a very bad moment straight after it. Feels all game as we now see Josh King, ball to the right hand side. It's behind Castagna. And one that maybe sums it up in the end.
Certain players are a little bit tired now, aren't they? And Josh King has had one of his better games in a Fulham shirt. Scored tonight, and he needs to be doing that. I thought he'd been pivotal in some of their good play, but just looking a bit tired, you know. And it's like young kids; you want them to be fit and enthusiastic for the entirety of the piece. But yeah, he looks like he might just have tanked. But here's Neto; he hasn't.
Yeah, here's Pedro Neto driving in. He's always full of energy. We've not seen too much of him, though. Good ball towards the back post. Pedro, maybe he didn't need that header. Maybe he's just taking it off Quenda at the back post. Quenda wins it back, though, really well towards Chavaria, but he plays it out of play. The Spaniard can't keep it in play. Not really his fault. That wasn't a great ball to him. Goes out of play for a throw. We've not really seen too much of the Spaniard to really make a fair assessment of him so far.
No, we don't know, do we? But he's not a kid or anything. He's a savvy, seasoned old pro down in his prime at 28, isn't he? So he ought to be a decent player. La Liga is a good standard. Rayo's a decent team to play for. You know, it's a suburb of Madrid, but there's some 500,000 people live there. It's a big, you know, it's a big club really, or potential to be one at the very least. Anyway, so we expect him to be fully formed and ready to go. Not like all these youngsters from Fulham, but Bob's played well today. King's been pretty good. You know, and still, you know, Palacios Garcia have got to bed in, don't they? They won't have a full season to do it because they're going to get lots of game time, I feel.
Yeah, and here's Esteban. Looks to touch it round Kevin. He's been taken down. No free kick given. Kevin comes forward. Good footing from Pedro Neto, though, and he drives forward. He picks the pass to Esteban. He makes the run overlapping. Esteban plays it down the channel. It's not a good ball at all. Pedro Neto wants that in front of him to run onto. That's really poor. From the Brazilian borderline line. Great defending from Achiampong. That was vital. Sliding across. It wasn't Achiampong, it was Reece James, and it was brilliant. I just saw the fall on the back of the shirt. It was brilliant from him. He then screamed at the players ahead of him, and it was Esteban in particular, because this is where you've got to switch on. And look at Reece James there, being a proper captain. He's telling Pedro Neto everything, walking him through this bit of a different role he's having to play as wing-back. That's good from Levi Colwill. He steps in, and it's hotting up at the end of this. He's been taken down. Free kick. It's going to be a card for Castagna, but you really saw the leadership just full in front of our face there from Reece James.
Yeah, just oozing out of him. There. We were talking about more Chiefs than Indians for them, but he's playing in that midfield role, but he knows where players should be, and he certainly knows where a right wing back needs to be, and quite got the legs himself to do that anymore, does he? But it'd be nice to see Reece James get through a season without picking up any more, kinds of big injuries. Just have him coast through. He's done well to get through virtually 90 minutes tonight, hasn't he? And he hasn't that much of the ball, to be honest with you, but you feel his influence out there.
Yes, you now see the ball in behind.
Whoa.
And that's a nice touch from Pedro Neto, and Sessegnon gives away a corner. You think Chelsea will take the time to take this one right in front of the travelling fans as well. And Sessegnon with a bit of a disgusted look towards the sky in that one. Not his finest of moments, and I mean Pedro's going across with Esteban, so you can imagine they might try to kill the seconds. It's been a weird one. If you're a Chelsea fan in that away end, despite it only being 3-2, you've probably absolutely loved watching your team today. As much as you're a bit worried, maybe defensively, I think those worries, you can add a bit of context. I think half of that defence isn't there that should be there for Chelsea as well, but they have been a joy, in my opinion. I don't think the scoreline.
I think the thing is, it's like Chelsea expect. It was a poor season, not even in Europe. They expect to be in Europe because there's a boatload of money spent. The next thing, if you're not going to be successful, at least be entertaining. If they're going to play like that all season, it doesn't really matter. They want to win this and that, don't they? Yeah. But even they understand. There's some bottomless pits of cash. Here's an opportunity. A shot comes in, saved by the keeper. Then the rebound goes in. That's João Pedro. His second. The flag had gone up. He waves at that, and we'll get to find out. That's what VAR's about. It could be 4, but I don't think so.
Yeah, well, it is 4 for the minutes added on. In that sense, we're going to see if there was an offside from Giovanni Quenda. Good call from the linesman. Allowed the play to continue. It's a good save from Bernd Leno. Fell back to João Pedro. By the way, toe poke finish. It was a great finish from the Brazilian. On another day, if it wasn't for Palmer, he'd have got man of the match.
He's been good, but Rodgers have been good. So many candidates, apart from Robert Sanchez. Nobody at the back for Chelsea has been great, have they? Let's face it.
Lacroix got a great assist.
Well, anyway, it's just been a really good game. Like I said, you tick the box for entertainment. Are you not entertained? Well, yes, it's been great, and the Chelsea fans more so. Entertainment and 3 points. It's a great combo, isn't it? And there's more to come. This lot, once they settle down, once they cut out all the stupid schoolboy mistakes at the back, could be winning 3 and 4-0. So it's ominous. It's ominously good. When you know that all they're going to do pretty much is improve.
Yeah, we've just seen official word. Officially called Palmer man of the match. What a surprise. He sat next to Morgan Rodgers and they're laughing on the bench. I think we're going to see a lot of maybe a duo thing of them this season. You're a Chelsea fan, you could be so excited. You really can. I've been so impressed with how Xabi Alonso's approached this as well. It's been the perfect day for the new manager in terms of I can already see his style. It's like I've watched Bayer Leverkusen from a couple of years ago, from when we'd see them in the Champions League. It has almost been carbon copy.
It was that season where they were almost impossible to beat.
And only one side did.
Was it Atalanta?
Atalanta, Gasperini, who, by the way, a genius, such an experienced manager as well. And it felt like that season it would have took a genius to do it.
Yeah, and that was back end, wasn't it? So maybe
the final game of the season.
Yeah, the wheels maybe just fell off at the wrong time. But any finals, what do you expect? They're here, an opportunity, and the shot comes in blocked away. And again, they're not quite done with yet. Garcia's effort, close to fruition. Here come Fulham again. Yeah,
Garcia throws himself down on the ground in the box, nothing in it. Shea Charles, can we see a blockbuster finish at Craven Cottage? It is still Fulham 2, Chelsea 3. Fulham pushing for a late leveller. I'm not sure it'd be deserved. It absolutely wouldn't, in my opinion. But it's there to be got at for the remaining minute of this. Bernd Leno under no pressure. Chelsea finally maybe taking the back seat of this one to defend what they have. That's a terrible ball from Calvin Bassey, intercepted by Quenda. Enzo Fernandez, there's acres of space in the middle, but he looks to Pedro. He's picked the wrong pass. That is terrible from Enzo Fernandez. Calvin Bassey finds Shea Charles in towards Quincy. It's almost like they can't get out. Fulham to even try and charge a late push. Shea Charles, a bit of a risky pass in towards Sessegnon. He loses out. Esteval checks away from Iwobi. Clever from the Brazilian. He just kills time. Enzo Fernandez, great ball towards Pedro now. Do they go for another, or do they go to the corner flag? Pedro Neto's in the penalty. It's almost like he's in two minds. And then he turns around and he realises he's under a bit of pressure and he's been caught out. And Pedro Neto's still going. He's won it back. That's brilliant. And now he decides we're going to go for the goal. Pedro Neto then goes for the goal himself. He hits it side netting. He changed his mind about 8 times, and he was brilliant every time.
Yeah, they really tried to get stuck in, and he just hopped away from siding challenges to come back out with the ball. I just thought he might turn back to the corner flag at that point, even though he was inside the box. And having got himself in a great position, then made an error by trying to force it in at the near post. But anyway, yeah, we're closing in on the time being up. What a game of football.
Well, the 4 minutes are up. The final hoof ball for Fulham. It falls towards Rodrigo Muniz. He brings it out. He hits it from distance. Well, he caught it well, did the Brazilian, but it is straight down the throat of Rob Sanchez. And if the Spaniard let that one in, then there would have been a problem. That is full time. What a start to the season for Monday Night Football. I mean, that was an unbelievable game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It finishes Fulham 2, Chelsea 3. Well, fingers crossed they can all be like that one. Thank you for joining.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double